This is maybe the most beautiful courthouse in the United States of America. These are the halls of justice, the Luzerne County Courthouse. Over many years, I've seen many killers come through these halls of justice. Whenever a killer seems to be having a good time, you know we have all the trouble we can handle. Hugo Selinski's on trial upstairs in this courthouse as we speak. Jury selection is still underway. But Hugo Selinski seems to be having a great time. When they bring him in, when they take him out, he's like a demented fashion model on the runway.
Hugo, just the chance of that you being executed scare you? Does it scare you?
No questions today. I talked to the DA. You got to...
And I want to see something change. I even wrote a newspaper column for the Times Leader about this. On the radio, I've been ranting about Hugo Selinski and how they have to stop that smirking, dancing bear, trained animal act that he, for whatever reason, probably a pathology, thinks is a good way to behave. He is an accused killer. He's doing 35.5 to 65 years in prison for a brutal home invasion. And now he's on trial for a double murder. Let's go down and see where they walk him in and where they walk him out. Come on. This is the private entrance where the sheriff's deputies bring Hugo Selinski in from the county prison. This is where Hugo Selinski makes the walk on his way into the courtroom. This is where his manic antics seem to kick in. There's something wrong with Hugo Selinski, no doubt about it. He's already a convicted criminal, but he's now on trial for a double murder. And my concern is that his performance has worn thin. It's time for the curtain to drop on Hugo Selinski's performance. I don't want him to make this long walk down the hall like that dancing bear that I referred to earlier. I want it to stop. There's a way you can do it. You can bring him in at 6 o'clock with an apple and a bologna sandwich and get him into the courtroom. He eats his lunch up there as it is. He doesn't come out until the end of the day. Why not bring him out about 6 or 7 in the evening, when the shift changes for the reporters and the young immature reporters no longer sidle up to Hugo with their microphones like faithful, loyal puppy dogs. We don't need that. That's not what we need. What we need is real justice. Murder is no laughing matter. When the bullet hits the bone, when the knife cuts the flesh, when the twist ties choke the life and the breath out of a murder victim, that's serious business. Hugo Selinski is accused of horrific crimes. 2 murders. It's time to end his show. Hugo must go. I want to apologize because when we shot the footage, the video, in the courthouse, inside, it felt awkward because I couldn't get as carried away as I want to get carried away because there were people around. It's an odd feeling when you know that there is such horror being played out in testimony that's yet to come about 2 murder victims, Michael Kurkowski and Tammy Fassett. I've been covering murder for a long time, and I take murder very, very seriously. I won't smile at any reference to murder. Somebody might say, kiddingly, I'd like to strangle her. I'd like to choke him. I stop it because a dear friend of mine, Jack Tasker, told me once, whenever he hears that, he gets shivers because his dear sister Betty was strangled and murdered. And so, not only is there no humor here, I'm very sensitive, I'm very touchy about this. I wrote the column about Hugo Selinski and how we have to drop the curtain. And I want you to just hear the end of this column. The column says this: to accept any part of Selinski's dumb dance and bear routine insults the memories of the dead and the responsibilities of the living. Like I said before, Hugo must go. I wrote this too: decency, contributes to justice. And we need to stay decent with regard to how we treat each other. We need to pursue justice, but we need to never, ever, ever trivialize the horrors that men and women are capable of doing to each other. Play it straight. Take it seriously. Murder is not funny.